Ну что, все запустилось? Кто есть? Кто есть живой? Чуть-то. Получилось. Ну, вроде я вот так смотрю, вроде все пахнет. Так, сейчас посмотрим. Так. Вроде все пашет. Вроде все пашет. Так, one moment, right? Oops. Lag. DDoS. Someone is DDoSing me. I think. Yeah. One, two, three. Раз. Как связь? Так, ну что-то связь не очень, да? Честно. Ну сейчас просрется немножечко. Сейчас я вижу, в принципе, потихонечку, так сказать, просирается связь. Ага. Просралось. Ладно, как бы то ни было. Всем добрый день. Начинаем наш стрим. Hello everyone, we will start our stream today, and I will do my best to make it last not for like ages, but prepare. So I will chew and explain everything, and feel free to ask any questions. Most of time I will talk in Russian at this stream, and I will make a guide series out of the stream with everything proofs, and I will make these guides both in English and both at Russian language, so don't, if someone will feel that if you feel that you need to ask any question, feel free to ask it right now, right here online, but most of time I will cast on Russian, and and if you will have any questions, you feel free to ask them right here, right now. So let's start. Firstly, that we have our deck of heroes, and we have 9 heroes currently. Ага, сам сказал, главное, что буду вроде говорить на русском. Okay, I can talk in English. Русские ребята, если вам нужно, чтобы я говорил на русском, говорите тогда, чтобы я говорил на русском. Ну, как бы, этот... В общем, смотрите сами. I will sometimes switch and explain on both languages, okay? So, first of all, we have 9 heroes that have any towers, and we have Discord group and Wikipedia there, and in our Wikipedia we have like last screen with all type of heroes that have defenses. So I made just yesterday some preparations. Митрanoia, привет. These preparations, and there is only 9 heroes that can have any defenses, and I did a database. If someone needs, it's link of this spreadsheet is in our Wikipedia, and this database was very useful for me as well, making me fine-tune my build as well. And I will show you how to fine-tune everything you want. And we have like what tower, what hero tower owns this tower, and defense unit cost, of course, like 20, 30, 40. You should put at the least the least towers, the less towers you put with more defense units, except boost tower above beam for sure, and the better your build will be, in my opinion, because every single defense can be like drop down if you especially if you spend your defense units to upgrade it. 500 defense units plus cost of this tower, like ballista, 60 defense unit, 60 defense units, 560 defense units you'll lose if one Cobalt will explode this. So we have last type of column called ethereal. So Yevlamon build is essential because all defenses are ethereal, making him immune to any damage, and ethereal last group is very useful for our build. But you shouldn't forget that anytime you can place any dummy or maybe orc that I will show in this guide. I think that can be useful as well against to stop some headstrong enemies, some headstrong bosses, or maybe especially when you play S4, like you have almost all lanes with headstrong attribute and so on, so on. So if you place like blockade at the very end of your build, it make one diversity point for you and can stop enemies. So we have 13 13 heroes, but only 9 of them can build anything. Like 10, but 10th hero can have only Hailstone Tower that we won't talk today. Maybe we will talk about it later on. And so it's Mage, Squire, Huntress, Monk, Eve, 5 heroes, and 4 I'd call it 4 fun heroes like Abyss Lord, Dryad, Mystic, and Lavamancer. So these 5 are common heroes, like in DDA, in Dungeon Defender 3. You have all 5 heroes in your deck right from start of the game, and all other 4 heroes are expandable, and you can buy them, or you should sometimes you should buy them, sometimes you not. This initiate is copy, have same defenses as Monk. Adept have same defenses except Hailstorm Tower as our Mage, and these 2 Gunwitch and Barbarian have no defenses at all. So in terms of defenses, we have only 9 heroes in our deck. So let's start first of all and see that we have some ways to increase our damage output, and this will be in our Wikipedia. We have 9 ways to increase your DPS, and let's start from our first basics, like I'd call 0. I will edit it online. That 0 point is to get perfect rolls, damage or health if you are using vampiric. Yeah. So first of all, let's see what our build can do if we have just pure empty hero. Let's create, like, let's say Monk, for example. It will be our Monk that will increase our DPS output, and unfortunately we have ancient power resets. Oh yeah, no, we will drop it. We will drop them. Okay, one moment. I have some free. No. powers. Yeah, we will drop our powers. Yeah, we will drop our powers for every single hero. One moment. Yeah. So our experiment will be at 100% online and 100% 100% true. So I won't cheat anywhere, and wait a moment, I will drop all my all of my other accounts. I will show my other accounts monitor as well, but not now. We won't need them very soon. So we have empty account, no ancient power resets right now. Hello. You are free. I will make a guide out of this stream, but this stream is free to talk. You can ask any questions на русском, on English, and you can ask any questions you like. So first of all, we have free account without any levels, and I have some relics just to test, and I have another relic. Yeah, for example, this one. Okay, so I have 3 relics, and once upon a time, once a day, you will get your medallion on house 7, 6 out of 10 level, and you can upgrade it to house 10 and see what your power will be. But let's check first of all if we have like unupgraded, not upgraded flame aura. Let's make it on LSA instead. If we have house 8, 6 out of 10, not upgraded talisman. Let's see what our DPS will be. It's only 146. To increase its DPS, we need to increase our attack rate first of all. So we upgrade defense speed in our talents, and we already have almost twice DPS increase. After that, we can have shard, defense rate shard on it that you can buy on from your. Let's upgrade our speed at least. That you can buy from Granny. When you earn some medals, you can buy defense speed here, defense, and that I absolutely advise you to do. Just buy defense rate speed, and if you insert defense rate and upgrade it, you will also have like 400 almost 500,000 DPS already, but attack rate is still not kept, and for this you need some kind of relic with defense rate. Let's find one. We have plenty of them, I think. Yeah, we have plenty of them. Let's just insert this defense rate instead. So you put a mod defense rate to your house 7 relic. This double defense rate means that you will have kept attack rate, and as you can see, DPS is more than 500 already. So we started from 140,000 DPS, and now it's more than 500 million DPS. The next source of damage is destruction shard. Destruction shard will increase our DPS to 700,000 DPS, and the next part of it will be vampiric shard. But we don't have 3 spots in our relic. That's why we need to upgrade it, advance it to at least mythical, and you can make it legendary. So we now, starting from mythical medallion, we will have 3 spots in our shards, and the third spot will be coming for vampiric empowerment. and now we will have almost 1 million DPS. So that's, I didn't put anything but defense speed. I don't have any ancient power resets. I didn't upgrade this relic, and so on and so on. So it's already almost 1 million DPS. Other sources of damage will be, we advance it to a legendary. Then we can upgrade it to house 10 out of 10 defense power, and see that we already have 56,000 defense power, and these 3 non-gilded shards that you can buy from Granny, and that are very easy to achieve. And now we already have 1.02 million DPS. That's our starting base. After that, we will start finding more and more levels, more and more ascension, and put, for example, once upon a time we will put defense crit damage, defense crit chance inside our flame aura, and it increases our DPS like 20 or 30%, because these 30%, we will have 30% to make 1.5 point damage. So plus 50% crit damage, it's added to your 100 damage. So your crit will be 150% damage, and this means that your attack damage normally will be 989,000 damage, and but your DPS, your attack rate is once per second. This is very comfortable relic like Legend Sex to count DPS, because damage is equal to DPS, but no, we have crit damage that multiplies our DPS overall like 15%, right, in this situation. After that, we will need to lower our DPS a little to gain some power gambit. We lose 1,500 defense power, but gain 1,500 range, so our DPS will be a little bit lower, but we'll still have like 1.11 million DPS. So that's our basics, that's our start, and after this we can put like 140 talents inside our Lightning Strikes Aura. That's all we can have without ancient power resets, because we have talent cap 140 inside our talents, and this will duplicate the loss of defense power out of losing it in tower range gambit, and increase its damage with almost 3,000 defense power, but we lose 1,500 here. So overall, we will it will be helpful, and we now have both attack range, big attack range, natural attack range 106,000, and 1.16 million DPS. Okay, so let's check. After you reach this, we should first of all make 0 point of our Wikipedia ways to increase your DPS. So we need perfect rolls, and let's see how much can perfect rolls affect our tower. So if we have like a tower with not perfect roll on your top, we will have like difference is like 5,000 power, and 5,000 power is almost same as one mod. If you have like, I will show you. If you have power servo gives you almost same amount of defense power that you can achieve out of from rerolling your token. So let's insert our perfect roll here. I have almost perfect 99.6% roll, means it can be lowered by 5,000, but it's perfect roll right now, and so we have cap of defense speed. We will need some defense rate from somewhere. Let's put it from here, I think. Okay, so perfect roll will be 1.23 million DPS, and the bottom, the worst case is I found a medallion with 0%, 0.2% of defense power, and let's see. I'm interested what power can it show to us, and we should upgrade it, advance it. One moment. What? .09. So the difference is almost. Let's count everything. 1.09 versus 1.23. So let's calculate. 1.23 divide 1.09 means at 30% more damage is coming out of this 5,000 defense power difference, and that's pretty huge. So feel free to, first of all, you should really bother about your perfect rolls, and if you can reroll your top lane, but you cannot reroll your you cannot reroll your defense health, and defense health you need when you have vampiric empowerment. And let's check if we have bottom roll on our vampiric empowerment, what DPS can we get and can we increase out of our medallion. So let's see. With this power we will have 1.05. Let's reroll it a bit, not without fanatism, but just a little bit, like 5 times. Okay, 90% are okay. So we already have 1.09. If we advance it, we will get some damage increase. No, I don't. Why do you need to advance it to legendary then? Okay, 1.09, and we have oh, sorry, we didn't upgrade it. Oh, okay, so we have 51,000 power, but defense health is literally the lowest it possibly could be, and we have 1.21 million DPS, and on other hand we have pretty high roll on our wait a minute. Yeah, let's make some rerolls here to 90%, so we can where's here. Okay, so we should upgrade it, and we have pretty high roll on our another relic, this one, and we should reroll it a few times. Oh no, we won't reroll it. This one is okay for us. Okay, let's reroll it to 90% at least. Pretty same amount of damage. Yeah, absolutely same amount of damage now. So let's check. On first relic we have 51,000 power. On second we have same 51,000 power, but on first we have defense health, the lowest defense health, almost the lowest defense health we can possibly get. And on the second one we have not as high, but still viable, like 90% maybe on or greater defense health. So on first one with vampiric empowerment we will have 1.21 million DPS, and on second we will have 1.23 million DPS. And of course it's like you cannot count it pretty accurate because you have hidden numbers somewhere, but still it's like 2% of damage that it can, like, you know, you can think that it's very little % of damage, but if you multiply some percents of damage, like we will show you, I will show you in this. Oh, sorry. Crash. Kill, crush, and destroy. Yeah. So that I will show you further that when you multiply exponentially all that every single fine-tuned defense health on vampiric and from different sources, you can feel the difference. Overall, you will feel great difference. I won't show you right right, you know, I can show you with another relics, but this difference can be counted. Let's say I will count it like, oh, what the fuck? What? Oh. I don't have my hero. So it did like something strange is going on right now. Yeah. No, but okay. That's how you can make some things, and then just oh wow, and then just make and roll back of your databases to what it was before. But it's okay for me, but because I didn't want to lose much on expanding all that. So first of all, I repeat again, this perfect rolls. You should increase first of all and get your base of high rolls. For example, I'm getting like a full page of high rolls. Like on campaign level, you can see that high roll is 2540 defense power. High roll, upper low, high roll. On the upper level is high roll, and so on, so on. So every single, and if you are measuring like house 7, and it's can be high roll as well. Like I have like 99.9% and so on, so on. Of course, you shouldn't be as fanatic as I do. Like 99% is already okay, but for some cases you just need a lot of them. And the most interesting relics are both perfect high rolls, like I have here, almost perfect bottom high roll, and perfect top high roll. And bottom high roll is better than top high roll because you can re-roll your top high roll, roll in any day with your pristine talismans, and you cannot re-roll your bottom token. Same will go for hero damage or any equipment you get on your on top of your bar, but we will talk about this a little later on. So okay, we got some our relics, and let's get and go through all our 9 points of perfectization of our DPS outcome. First of all, I should tell that like I show lots of my things. I show and explanations on lots of my videos and inside wiki and somewhere, and I will describe you right here right now same explanations that I give here. So easy to start. Model is full of antis, and I personally do play full of antis model, like I show in my explanations. Like with 400 floors, I will go like 500 floors, 600 floors. I don't know, but I know what antis are, and anti model is okay, but it's much more loss mathematically than diversities, and then another concept like I will show you right here. And another concept of playing just like If you want some damage, put more flame hours, put more ember mouth, and so on and so on. Either to have one single node with great buffs inside it, like that is sitting like a lord and beating everything around. And to get your diversity build work, you should do all that work. You should do all the perfectization work, and it's not a very easy process. And that's literally why you diversities are not as common as anti-build, because anti works right here, right now. And to make work your another, like it's airplane, it's like easy, it's like kung fu that you can reach one day. It's mastery, and that cannot be reached by any anti-dreams. But to do this, you should do all that work, and let's make all that work. Okay, we done with our 0 point. We have lots of perfect rolls. Let's make our first. First of all, you should get mass destruction. Mass destruction, if someone don't know, is getting first copy out of mastery. Out of mastery 50 stars. First goes mass destruction, and second mass destruction goes out from let's put out second mass destruction goes out from prime incursions, and every single copy. Personally, I do recommend you to do all masteries once a day. Like, you know, you can weekly do like 20 masteries if you are we are booming on them and cannot make them all at once. Don't do this, just make them partially. So okay, we should create our testing hero again. We had rollback, and this rollback was quite fine for me. And this hero, we have like all tower gambits, let's say, and 0 inside our damage, and so on and so on. So okay, we should need a testing relic. Testing relic will be like don't know, this, no, testing relic. We should need some empty relic, I think. Oh, nice, this one will be our test relic. Test relic with no damage attributes, like melee boom is not affecting our damage. Piercer or storm can increase our damage output. Oh no, not on our LSA, I think. Yeah, it's not working on our LSA, so it's okay. So first of all, we need to have defense rate cap. That's the main mandatory of any game. We should need defense rate cap, either by guilding or getting defense rate to your right. Then we need vampiric empowerment, and then we need destruction. Oh, sorry. And all that will result in 1.35. We have ancient power resets. Nice. We had all the rollback on our system. So we have no powers. It's fresh hero with no mass destruction. The empty fresh account. Yeah. So we just made some a little bit level, like 200 maybe, to increase our crit chance, crit damage, tower gambit loss, and defense speed. So we have 1.18 million DPS on our, let's say, aura. After this, we should get at least mass destruction, and when we get mass destruction, we for sure move it to our, instead of our vampiric, and now we have almost half more DPS than we had previously. Let's make, by the way, a spreadsheet that will yeah. Let's make a spreadsheet where we work and count everything that we have. Okay, so we had 1.18 1.18 million DPS, 1.71, 1.8. It will be, it's great increase, like 1.5, like 50% DPS increase comes out of destruction, and it's actually almost 50% because more than 50% because it had vampiric empowerment before, so it tells us that we'll increase tower defense power by 70%, and it's almost it's tooltip won't lie us because we have like 1.71, and instead of without it we have like 1, so it's like 70% increase, like it's shown in the description, but this math won't work very often. So first of all, we get destruction. We can have second mass destruction, but it's okay. Okay, so let's go further. We got mass destruction. Then we should need destructive pylon, and let's make like destructive pylon on our flame aura. Destructive pylon, and sorry. So we get destructive pylon on our another flame aura. Like, it doesn't matter where we put it, because our main tower under consideration will be the Lightning Strikes Hour, and it gets buffed by strictly by 38%. 38%, and these 38% are not this flame aura is not affected by this 38% damage increase, and it's unfortunately for this flame aura that it won't be buffed by destructive pylon. Everything will be buffed by destructive pylon, but not this tower under consideration. So this any tower with destructive pylon will be our support tower. So we won't increase damage of this tower because it won't get almost 40% damage increase goes out of destructive pylon. So we have now 2.36 DPS. Let's count. Mm-hmm. 2.3 what? 2.3. 2.36, and now we have damage increase right 38%, like we shown in our description below, and that's how it works. We got destructive pylon. Let's go further. We should need power boost tower, and it can be fine-tuned. I will show first just power boost aura, because we can have, like, the main source of misunderstanding the game is when you have like boost aura with boosted grasps, boosted power, and like critical damage, or you ride diverse power and something. So you mix like two different substances into one. You mix power, just pure power boost aura with support boost aura, and I do recommend to have two monks. The first monk will be with power boost aura, like I show in my guides: critical damage, diverse power, diverse critical damage, destruction, vampiric boost power, and buff beam is absolutely the same. You shouldn't have, by the way, support buff beam. You should have only power version of it: destruction, vampiric boost beam, and critical damage, diverse power, diverse critical damage. But we can have and this boost aura, and let's see what happened with this boost aura. Anyways. No, and we will have not power version of our boost aura. I'm thinking how better to do this. Okay, let's make our good boost aura, but without gilded shards, at least. Yeah, without gilded shards, we get like destruction, we get like boosted power. Oh, thank you. And gilded, and we get like vampiric. Yeah. So it's perfect, but it's not house 8, and it have non-gilded shards on it. Okay, so let's put our boost aura, and we will have now increased damage. And first of all, the main source that lots of people tries to tell me that you should put destructive pylon inside your boost aura. Okay, let's put destructive pylon. Oh, it won't. If you put destruction and destructive pylon together, they are not stacking. So you should put destructive pylon, vampiric boosted power. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, we have 3.28 million DPS right now, and it's great increase for us. 3.28 DPS, and it's like another destructive pylon here. Almost another destructive pylon, by the way. And if we put, but our destructive pylon gives us like defense power bonus that is shown here, like 15,000 and 0.4k defense power bonus. Everything rest is you shouldn't look on max energy, attack damage. There, I don't know why actually designers did it, but they do only 3 things. And range is of course important, but it's standard. And the only thing that is important right now is defense power bonus, diverse critical damage bonus, and damage protection. Sometimes you can need the damage protection because if you upgrade it, let's say, you will have increased damage protection that we know out from, let's say, Dungeon Defenders 3. Damage protection can help you a lot sometimes. Yeah, but it will increase our damage 2.38, and now it 2.28. But this boost aura won't get benefit from destructive pylon itself, so it itself can be buffed by destruction and destructive pylon at the same time. That's why we put destructive pylon on third-party defense. Third-party defense means on flame aura that buffs both flame aura, lightning strikes aura and boost aura at once. So we had previously 15,000 defense power bonus, and now we have 22,000 defense power bonus, and our flame aura starts to shine more. So it's 3.66 million now. So we started from 1 million, and now we are 3.66 million DPS, and it increases our DPS for another 11.5%. So that's just the cost of making boost aura without destructive pylon inside this given defense. Okay, let's go further. Destructive pylon, and for sure you should have it inside proton beam or MFR, like I have in my account. Let's go further. Power boost aura, that benefits. We have power boost aura, boosted, and then buff beam. We will make fine tune a little bit later. Buff beam, same as 3. If we put another buff beam, okay, I will put it, but I won't like remove something from it, just to show you that with another buff beam we can place like a huge amount. We already started to have a huge amount of DPS out of our given flame aura without any mods. I repeat, no mods required right now. And okay, let's remove it for now. No, let's put it. Why not? So another portion is 5.54 million. 5.54. It's very big buff, more than its greatest buff right now. But I have like Okay, let's put ungilded. Let's put ungilded. No. Okay, it's with gilded shards. Okay, doesn't matter. 5.45, and then we need like gilded shards and perfect diversities. But before we go, ancient powers, 999 caleps, and the house 8, last 3 heavy artillery. Our paragraph, we will need gilded shards and perfect diversities. So here, where actual trick comes out, if we have like full anti, let's say we have full anti build, and inside it we will see what DPS can be in our anti from anti build. But if we start to make perfect gilded shards, let's make them and see what happens. 5.5 million, and now we will make perfect destruction, vampiric, and boosted power. At least here we will make perfect. It's already making 5.7 million, and inside our lightning strikes hour we can have perfect destruction. Perfect destruction shard inside our lightning strikes aura. Yeah, so it's already gives us huge ton of DPS, 6.07. So it's like another portion of 10%, but it's more than 10% because our reflect beam was with gilded shards as well. Like, I think it would be like 30% here and 20% here, something like this. And we already have 6 million DPS, and it's already better than our first state of DPS for our 5 times. And now we should make another trick, and if we start playing with diversities, we can put okay, let's put if we play in with diversity, we can put diversity mods here and upgrade it to unfortunately I don't have no, sorry, I have okay, I have 3 times diversity. Yeah, I have 3 times diversity, 3 times diversity medallion, and I put it inside our LSA, and we have destruction, mass destruction gilded, defense rate, and 3 times diversity shard. And right now and right here, with nothing but 130 DU, it already comes 10 million. 10 million, that 10 times more than our previous version. And then we start to rise it by because we have, like, you know, like proton beam here, we can have like reflect beam here, we can have like trap here on our normal build, and let's say oil. Let's say we can have oil, and that's enough for now. 220 DU, and with all the diversities that I have, non-fine-tuned boost aura that I will fine-tune online and show you the power of fine-tuning boost aura, just boost aura and buff beam aura that I already showed in my previews, and I will just repeat it. And I have not fine-tuned boost aura, buff beam aura, but still with this LSA we will have already 21.6 million, 0.8 million DPS, 21.8 million DPS. So that was the moment. Moment of our, I don't know, moment to choose. Yeah. So exactly this moment when it was 6 million, was moment to choose either you want anti or either you can go diversities. And with diversities you can have DPS outcome more than 3.5 times. So it already covers anti beliefs, but I will show you further that 3x anti is like was pre-nerf. I will show you that I will beat even pre-nerf multiplication. Pre-nerf multiplication was 3 times anti. Anti gives plus 60% of damage, and means that 3 times diversity, 3 times anti will be result in 1.6 powered by 3. So it would be 4 times more damage. Right in this combination, we have with 3 times diversities with non-gilded, not fine-tuned setup, we have almost same amount and more than after nerf. I forgot what was the actual numbers of anti. I think I don't have antis. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. We have 46 persons antis now nerfed, and if we divide count 1.46 persons powered by 3, we will have almost 3 times multiplication. So this multiplication right now with diversities is less than pre-nerf, and more than nerfed like now. And that was the main point of all that hate, all that things that misunderstanding the game, that all that anti-sector was asking. But the main point is that I didn't make fine-tune, and I didn't have any single defense graded to house 8. And here the real mystery begins, and I will show you right now. Can you share the sheet? Yeah, I will do this after in Wikipedia. In Wikipedia, actually, you can see all the sheets. I think they are shared already. But if I won't share it, type me in our Discord, and I will share it after stream. What is popcorn machine for? I don't know, just for fun. Okay, so right now we should remember that in any kind of build, like let's say 20 DU build, 220 DU build, right, like shown here, we will have already with diversities we will have 3.5 multiplication. That is lower than pre-nerf and more than nerfed version of 3x anti. And after this, and we start to rise in our powers. First of all, I will make it clear. I will always move the moment to choose point, because if we put, let's say, upgraded to house 8, we should and with ancient power resets we will recalculate our moment to choose, and I will I won't do any tricks, and I will show you here this moment of choose. Okay, so let's recalculate everything that was shown before. Like, we should have mass destruction, we have mass destruction. We should have mass destructor pylon, we should have full power boost tower. This means that we need to have real power boost tower, house 8 with mass destruction, and with vampiric empowerment means that we need to make sure we have 1000 points, 99 points into defense power and 99 points into defense health, that because this defense health will result in defense power to this boost tower. And we will make it on our another account. We will make it on another account that I will show you here. My another account and it can be your friend's account. I don't know, someone who can have another portion to mass destruction, or at least one mass destruction. So I can show you that I already have full fine-tuned boost aura. That's after many tests, it's really fine-tuned, the best boost aura. And first of all, I should tell you that I have two portions of that guide. First of all, I will make a party guide, like when you have 8 mass destructions and so on and so on. And I will, after this, I will make solo increased and fine-tuned solo version of my boost auras and so on and so on. So solo version after this, where I can have only 2 mass destructions, and my version of my build with 2 mass destructions and real DU cost builds as well. So, but now I will show you just the possibility of any kind of build that is ever possible. So right now, and here we have destructive critical damage, diverse power, diverse critical damage, destruction, vampiric, mass destruction inside our talents, and oh, sorry, we have something with our and we have in talents we have 1000 inside our defense boost health and 1000 inside our defense health. So we put our just our boost aura here and step away. Now we will have to see what power of our Lightning Strikes aura, not fine-tuned yet, but just with boost aura will be. It's already 24.6 million DPS. 24.6. You can see the difference that... No, sorry. You can see that we just with fine-tuning, one boost aura, we did such a great difference, but it will increase and increase, and all these changes will come into, like, you know, exponential growth and so on and so on. So for now it's another portion of increased damage. Secondly, we need to put fine-tuned and you can see that first level boost aura is giving you 50,000 defense power. First level boost aura without anything gives you like this amount. I have almost less power on my Lightning Strikes aura itself. Okay, so let's put another guy with our buff beam. Buff beam is as well not house 8, won't have mass destruction, so not fine-tuned. So let's fine-tune it with another account. Wait a moment, I will see your comments. Okay, so let's see our second account. Like I said before, it can be your friend's account or something like this. I already made some preparations. All the tests and all that guide is for sure that I ensure you that I did everything maximum possible in the game. Like you can retest it for sure, and if you make if you will check my mistake somewhere, I will I will respect that and thank you for this. But for now, I think that everything is absolutely mathematically proven right now. So, I mean, with fine-tuning perfectization. So we have destructive pylon, and that's 42%. Buff beam, that is more than destructive pylon. By the way, gilded 44% damage, and mass destruction 70% damage. And in Ancient Power, unfortunately, we don't have buff beam health, but I think that vampiric would be worse anyways. This buff beam, that it's better than destruction, would be worse anyways. So we have buff beam, and let's put buff beam inside our and step away as well. Okay. So let's see
our electric strikes now, it's already, you can see that upon perfectizations of your build, you can see such great numbers, 27.3. So we already, if you didn't understand that, we already overcapped our previous world record of these guys. Like, so previously we had previously the main problem is that I didn't have fine-tuned boost aura or buff beam or anything. That's why this anti-phase sector could say something to me, because we had this parameter that is between pre-nerf and after nerf patches of 3x antis. It's 3.5, and you kind of, you know, wait a second, balancing between two Seal and Charybda, and thus making a little bit right words out of this anti-phase sector. But what will you do right now, anti-phase sector, when we already have more than anti-nerf, pre-nerf capabilities of diversities, and we just started, guys. We just started. So it's already 4.49 million DPS. So you can sure that everything is all right. That I will. You can ensure yourself that everything is right. That I will recheck my LSA after some calculations, and let's go further. Okay, let's go further. And after this, we need to make, after we made our perfect boost aura, perfect buff beam, we already make it, and then we need perfect diversities, we did it. Then we need gilded shards, we gilded everywhere. For example, our lighter strikes aura under consideration. Then we need gilded shards, ancient power resets, 9 now and house set. Okay, ancient power resets, and let's see carefully how much can it affect us. So we should see here AP comes here, the boost aura plus boost plus buff beam, buff. Here will be diversities, kind of diversity, boost, buff, AP. Okay, so let's add some AP resets, and that's why I started to have several accounts. That's only because AP resets are capped at 70, are capped at 10 out of 10, but it's not possible for anyone to have more than 5 ancient power resets, and that's why I started another account first when I was young, yeah, and now it comes out that I have several laptops, like 5-6 laptops, and several Steam accounts. I don't advise you to do this, but still. Okay, first of all, one part of ancient power resets, it's called solo. Solo, you already have, you know, every single defense. The power of diversity is that every single buff beam will slightly be buffed by ancient powers. Every single boost aura will be slightly buffed, and so on and so on. So we will have 30.1 million DPS. 30.1 million DPS. 30.1. It's increases your damage by another 10%, and I'll make another portion of ancient power resets on my second main account. I make ancient power resets. By the way, it have more resets than my main account. And I advise you to absolutely make at least 30 ancient power resets, because of you need range, you need ancient builder, you need ancient respawn, you need every single defense critical damage, defense critical chance, because defense critical damage and defense critical chance are very important inside diversity build. Very important. Okay, so for now we have 10 out of 10, and our flame aura got another portion of around 10% of damage increase. 33.1. 33.1. Another portions AP5, AP10. I hate another portions of 10 around 10%, and overall 2 times AP is like 20% of damage overall. So okay, we had ancient power resets 9. Now we should make 999 talents inside everywhere. Like, okay, let's put our LSA aura with 999 point of damage. It's achievable with 3000 levels. So we have 3 times diversity, mass destruction. Okay, it's already 36.4 million DPS right now. 33.6. And you see that every single buff is very slight. That's the main problem. That every single buff is very, very low, and overall it increases your damage like 33 times. 33 times out of 1 million DPS to 36 million DPS, and that's not all. I didn't show you the real numbers yet, guys. And but the main problem is like for students or kids is like, hey, I want everything here and now. But if you get a little, you need lots of efforts to get all that, lots of efforts, and you feel just another 10%, another 10%, another 10%, and it's called exponenta. If we make a graph out of these numbers, we will see a rise of exponenta. It's like exponenta. Okay, maybe logistical function, but anyways, it's like exponential growth, and that's why. But every time we have like 10%, 10%, and we can feel that another 10%, absolutely the same. So it's not all. Stay tuned. And now the last portion will be house 8, 5 out of 5 relic. But for now, I will show you a trick that I have relic. I have 2 relics. That we can have 2 types of relics. Okay, and one type of relic is defense rate, diverse critical chance, diverse critical damage, and second type is 3 times diversity. And okay, let's put one of them here, and let's say 3 times diversities. Let's put 3 times diversities here, and we already see not as huge, by the way, damage increase like we thought it will be, but still almost 40 million DPS. 39.7. Ah, fuck. The crashes of the game are quite often nowadays. Quite often. Don't know why.
I will have another rollback, I think. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, okay. Another roll, but oh. Okay, let's put our, so we don't forget. Let's put 3 times diversity back. Let's put boom. Oh shit. Okay. So 3 times diversity. We should remember our build. I think it was LSA, Flame Aura, Trap, Proton, Reflect, and Oil, yeah? Yeah? Okay. So, if we put 3 times diversity, mass destruction, we have, yeah, absolutely right. 39.7 million DPS, and that's our another portion of 10% of damage increase. And finalizing, almost finalizing this, we have like 40 times more DPS than was our previous one, but that's not all. If we put another defense rate, we can remove defense rate and place Okay. And place vampiric inside the defense and see what happens. If we place vampiric, and of course we will put some defense health inside this, we remember that we need, and our relic is pretty fine, not fine-tuned, not maximum, but still viable, and we will have, oh, less, okay, we will have less. That's because of defense power. Okay, so that's our final point right now, right here, and we should see our tests out from this point. So we take 3 times diversities, mass destruction, defense rate, and see if it would be like three times empty inside the build. Okay. With ancient power resets, yeah. Okay. 39.7 million DPS, and if it would be 3 times, oh sorry, if it would be empty, we should put like another relic without diversities. Would I have any? I should have. I should grade some relic to house 8, and if this relic would be without diversities but with same defense power, yeah, it should be empty, either empty or just we can place any, like oil gazer, yeah. We will make something like maybe this. Okay, we can upgrade MFR. Yeah, we can upgrade MFR. We can upgrade MFR. We will anyways need to upgrade it one day. Yeah, we will upgrade my MFR. Okay, stunning revelations. Okay, upgrade MFR. We'll one day eventually should do this. Okay, so it's empty mod, and we now put stunning relations, equal amount or even more defense power, and we have no vampiric in this setup, and stunning relation poison tenacity won't give anything, and it won't affect my tower. Yeah, it won't affect,
and that with all this we will have 15.6 million DPS. We should put it like here, 15.6 million DPS, and our diversity variation of this build will be 39.7. And here where explosion starts, that our real DPS is worse than 3 times NT. Yeah, but yeah, so 3x NT is better. You should record this like on and make an short coverage of explosion of Nickstime, that 39.7 is less than 15, but it's pretty similar, and the explanation goes afterwards, and I will show you this explanation in 1 second. So the first part of explanation is that first of all, we have no antis. If we, let's say, have anti-melee, anti-orc, and anti-house, maybe anti-mini boss, and all these antis works like anti-melee works on half enemies. It's 1.6 multiplier. 2 times anti-orc plus anti-melee works on another, like say 0.2, 20% of enemies, and final anti-house works only on like 3% of enemies, let's say. So if normally mathematically we should count integral. Integral is like weighted sum of this, and we should do this as follows. Like we count half point multiplication, added multiplication made out of this, or we can make 60% in persons. Okay, so 30 points comes out of this. If we have 60% more damage on half enemies, we have like 30 points more damage output on this. If we count like this and this, so we summarize our persons or multiply them, and overall we can have like maybe plus 50% or some lower damage increase, but we won't do this. We will count pre-nerf state. We won't even count nerf state. We will count as our main enemy our pre-nerf state, like 4 times multiplication, and we should right here, right now on our UBER stream, I will prove you that our 3x anti are still worse than 3 times diversity. So now we have what do we have? We have first of all a greatly buffed and greatly increased boost aura, a greatly increased buff beam, and the other state is that we have not only one single LSA, but we have like trap, like flame aura, like oil, reflect, and maybe embermount fissure here, and so on and so on. So we have lots of unique defenses that are placed inside one single one given node, and if we start putting more defenses, first of all, we will get increased damage output of our defenses, like 43.4 and so on and so on. So even 43.4 will already be like almost the more and more closer to our pre-nerf, after nerf and pre-nerf state. Secondly, that in anti-manner you are not placing heavy nodes, because in anti-manner you are not placing buff beam, you are not placing, sometimes you are not even placing boost aura, because you are better place like several LSAs and several flame auras to keep your anti-state alive. And with diversities, you place lots of different defenses that will benefit all together from one given place. And in such manner, you will have to make perfect boost tower with critical damage, critical chance, perfect buff node with everything perfect. And inside this beam, you will upgrade, eventually upgrade your LSA, and eventually upgrade something that you have, something that you have, and all your defenses like flame aura, trap will be with diversities, and will have same amount of that every single defense benefits from another. That's why you put just one copy of anything. For sure you can place like 2 flame auras, like 2 traps. Sometimes I do this, or even 2 LSAs. But if you place one single copy, you can upgrade it. And here where real trick comes out. If we upgrade our boost tower, that we can do, that you cannot do in with any anti play style, because you have lots of antis defenses, and you don't place heavy buff nodes like this one, like with Embermount Fissures, that we will talk a bit later, because we just need one great copy of Embermount Fissure to make huge DPS outcome. So if we upgrade, we can upgrade buff beam, we can upgrade boost tower, and we can upgrade LSA at the same time at the real inside our real gameplay. But if we place, that you cannot do, you don't have enough defense units. If you put lots of let's say flame auras with anti, lots of LSAs with anti, you can only upgrade a few of them till I don't know, 2nd, 3rd level maximum. And with antis you don't make a big node with one copy of each other, and with diversities you make otherwise with diversities you make a big buff node, and with just one copy of any unique defense, that everything will be striking like a truck. So let's see now if we have upgraded version of it. So let's upgrade our LSA. Let's upgrade our LSA, and don't forget that we can have like some heroes that stays nearby, and these heroes can increase with radiant shard or critical damage shard inside boots can sometimes come inside your defenses and help you with your problem, help you with your buffing, slightly buffing your damage output. So with all that, with anti-mods, we have 297 million DPS. 200, let's type it, 297 million DPS. 297, and with antis on the same note, we will have 665 million DPS. Yeah, and that's pretty same amount of damage output, and that's cause we have lots of damage critical power that increase critical chance of our anti mods, but won't increase it over 100 of critical chance damage. So okay, if you play like in manner like I do right now, you will still place like a lot of defenses with full diversities, and let's make a real build with and count every single DPS of that build.
So we have perfect boost aura, perfect buff beam, but I will make buff beam little bit. Okay, we will have like fissure. Let's make everything like we will have in our real game. Okay. Так, сюда. Так, это куда? Jester. Сюда, наверное. Вот сюда. Так, сюда. Так, Blaze Balloon. Defense rate. Defense rate. PDT-шка Distraction. Так, Flame Hour. Defense rate. Stunning Revelation вставляем. Вампирик. Ну и все. Так, Эмбермал Фишура. Так, сейчас... Okay, so now we will show real comparison of these two methods, but like I said before, that inside real composition of any kind of anti-builds, you are not building heavy boost aura like I showed here, and heavy boost above beam aura, and I will show later on exact reason why this misunderstanding comes out. Так. So, okay, so let's put a real build that I will use on my rising floors. Еще Flame Aura. Еще Flame Aura. Proton. That V Proton, I think. By the way, one of my subscribers told me that very nice idea that you can place UDU 20 defense unit cost reflect beam and oil geyser to make another portion of diversity, because oil geyser is as well giving you earth damage that I know, but automatically place reflect beam like 4 nodes, but you can place just 2 nodes and the other portion of earth damage will come out of oil and gives you one more point of diversity, plus gives you earth damage and oil fire combination as well. So something like this we can use something like this, and let's say LSA. Okay, so it's a little bit heavy defense right now, but still I will just watch on my two main defenses that are doing most of damage in my combination. That will be Fissure of Embermount and Flame Aura. That are this one is not affected. Yeah. 3 2 2. What the? Что-то. Seems like it's not getting buff from buff beam, I think. Yeah. What about now? No, I don't understand. what happens? It's pretty same. Flame aura. I don't understand why it have such low DPS. Some bug. Sorry. No. Can't understand. Okay, let's destroy this. Да, что такое, ничего не понимаю. Флеймаура не может настолько сильнее быть, чем Фершура. Я ее только что делал. Она должна быть тоже. Something is going wrong. I don't understand this. Okay, I think I should rejoin. And I think I should rejoin. Maybe something is bugged because Embermouth Fissure have literally same, should have something near amount of DPS that Flame Aura does. Slightly less, but same, like 10% more maybe maximum. Destructive Pylon на Фишуре. Ну, наверное, да. Things like I have Destructive Pylon. That's literally why you should be careful with all this stuff. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so I had Destructive Pylon instead of Mass Destruction. That literally half made my DPS more than half less. Okay, so powers. Okay, let's repeat our experiment. Okay, we go for, let's build it somewhere. We go for like above beam, go for boost tower. And that's it. For now we need only heavy boost tower and heavy buff beam. So let's see. First of all, we place Fissure with mass destruction, Flame Aura with mass destruction. Okay, let's place it. Let's place Trap first. Flame Aura, let's say. Then we place Proton, V Proton. It's absolutely, by the way, possible defense that you can meet on some hard lane. You can save for it. You can remove like something from it, like I don't know, let's say, or trap, or both.
So it will be 220 DU, but I want to see it as follows. So again, what the fuck? So we upgrade. Сейчас буду double check все делать. We upgrade both boost tower and buff beam. That you cannot do with anti-build stacking. And then we have like 28 million DPS flame aura and 29 million DPS fissure. Sorry, 22 and 23. And if we replace our fissure with relic without mods, relic, it have poison, okay, it will have 8.85. So here where real tests comes out, we'll have 8.85, 8.85, and on the other hand we will have 23.5 million DPS. Let's put it together, 23.5, and it will be like 2 times more DPS. But like I said before, that anti is slightly better, but like I said before, you won't be able to upgrade your boost tower and buff beam, thus making this build, and you won't, with anti stacking you will need like several Embermouth fissures and so on and so on. So write this combination with these defense units, you probably will have slightly same results, but you forgot that we have other defenses like flame aura, and let's upgrade everything up and see what happens. If we fine tune everything and make like 4 heroes with radiance, we can have like 57 million DPS, and if we upgrade everything fine-tuned, we will have several defenses, like every single of our defense, like flame aura. What happens? Don't have. Well, like flame aura is already 200 million DPS here, and we don't need another copy of it because we upgraded boost aura and buff beam. Like Embermouth fissure with same amount of DPS, 173 million DPS, and it's only 260 DU, and we can delete. Okay, we can delete trap and LSA and see that we still have 1.5 million DPS on our flame aura and 1.5 million DPS on our fissure, thus making this node point making 300 million DPS and 300 million DPS that comes out of 4 upgrades, and 4 upgrades you can make on almost any lane upon reaching wave 5. And you don't need such many DPS, by the way, even for 2 billion mobs. And we forgot that they will be petrified, they will have oil on them, and they will be getting more and more damage output. So not only 300 million, but more. And all that costs us 220 defense units. On the other hand, let's calculate what our DPS will be with anti mods. Like I built some kind of defense that is viable for anti mods. For anti mod, first of all, we won't have like this heavy 1 one node copy, one unique node of copy of every single defense, we will have like let's watch our flame. No, Ember Mount for sure will be our given defense under consideration. Yeah, and we had a little bit more DPS out of it with poison, by the way. And let's make like it's 3x anti here, and we will make like three fissures maybe with our anti stacks, like one flame aura and for sure proton, V proton, and same like reflect beam. So with this setup, let's count our DPS outcome with all the heroes inside. Okay. We in this situation we can upgrade only 3. Okay, let's count it as 4 defenses, like I upgraded before with antis. So let's upgrade boost aura as well, and calculate our DPS with anti stacks. That's the main change, that in anti. In diversity philosophy, you will have one unique copy of every single defense, and our boost aura needs some more diversities. Our buff beam needs some more diversities. You cannot say like, hey, your change of just one relic inside your full mathematic will result in 2.6 million DPS with 220 defense units. Yes, you cannot say it because you won't build like I do here. With 3x antis, you will build like, okay, sorry. With 3x antis, you will build like triple fissures, 40 million DPS each. So let's count 40 million DPS, 40.3. 40.3, 100, 1 and 200, and we can multiply it by our anti stacks, and it will be like 300 million DPS over 3x per nerf, 3x per nerf, and 4 after nerf. And 4 after nerf. Yeah, it will be higher in this state. If we count this 3x anti like without integral and so on. But if we start covering more defense units, like I can show you on our another training dummy. Let's move to our another training dummy that I show you the exact difference. Okay, so another training dummy is if we have like, let's say, frostbite tower. If we can use frostbite tower and make a more defense unit somewhere, like I don't know, we shall see. Either we need more defense units or not. Like sometimes we can have frostbite tower, sometimes we can have trap and all other defenses that I showed before. Okay, let's watch our flame aura. If we increase just a little our defense units, we start to have diversities rise upon any anti dreams, like huge amount. Like we have flame aura. Sorry. Yeah. So let's upgrade. And inside these big nodes, you have all your defense, like very big trap node with a huge amount of damage output, very big embermount fissures, very big everything with big amount of damage output. Okay. Yeah. So for now we will have flame aura that will do in this 260 defense unit node. We'll do like 238 million DPS. That is more than enough, but let's write it. 238 million DPS, and let's replace it with 2x double node. Oh, by the way, we forgot one thing, that it's not 3 times diversity, it was 2 times diversity, but okay. Defense rate, tenacity, anti-melee, okay. So instead of flame aura, with, oh, why did I steal it? Instead of flame aura with 3 times diversities, we place flame aura with 2 times diversities, and see that flame aura with 2 times diversities is 108 million DPS, 108, and 2 times diversity are 1.6 multiplied by 2 is 2.68, and this will be pretty similar to 2 times diversity, 2 times anti, sorry, and it was pre-nerf 2x anti, and 2x anti after nerf will be 1.38.2 power 2. So it's more than 2 times diversity, but I repeat that most of time you won't place defenses in similar state like I do here. A little bit with fine-tuned everything, like flame aura, fine-tuned trap, fine-tuned LSA, fine-tuned, and so on and so on. So when you have absolutely everything fine-tuned, you will have DPS outcome out of any single defense that is increasing your that have increased your defense units. So 238 million DPS right here, right now, with only 260 units. That's absolutely possible build, and it's already making more defense after nerf and less damage as pre nerf with 2x anti, but equal. And the second state is that you won't have enough defense unit to upgrade all your defenses like I do here: boost aura, buff beam, and flame aura. And you don't, in the philosophy of anti-stacking, you will place several fissures, several flame auras, and so on. And in some, it will still be it will do less damage than greatly buffed just one flame aura. Okay, let's make the real calculation now. Overlaying. So let's place another defense like explosive trap. Explosive trap will be as follows, like flame aura, but I won't show it on my another account, but I will have another mass destruction on my another account. But it will be taking lots of time right now me to uncover other accounts, and I will just show here like it's my another account with another mass destruction. So if you have like, let's say, explosive trap, you should have defense rate, diverse critical chance, diverse critical damage, 2x diversities, and mass destruction, fire for effect, destruction, because this shard, this explosive trap will be doing more damage than 3x diversity without fire for effects, because fire for effects gives more damage than 3x diversity. Okay, let's see what our another option, like we will have like setup like this one, trap, boost aura, buff beam, like flame aura, LSA, ember mount, and then V proton, or maybe just proton, and reflect. You can have these defenses. You should remove. We can have these defenses, and the cost is 240 defense units. It's much. It's very. It's a lot, but will have 4 main points of damage dealing. Damage dealers is ember mount, flame aura, trap, and LSA. And let's see what damage will be all of them one by one on our node. Sorry, and we can put frostbite tower as well. Let's see what our damage can be in our uber fine-tuned setup with diversities. So let's place it. Так, ага. Okay, 280 DU, and let's see what possibilities of our trap with mass destruction, fire for effects, and we of course will multiply this DPS by 1.5, but it will be same with anti as anyways. So for now it's 100 million DPS, and if we upgrade, one moment. And if we upgrade our boost aura and buff beam, that cannot be upgraded in anti modes, I repeat, and no, something is wrong. Let me replace it real quick. Something is wrong. Okay. Так, что там у нас? Трэп. Блин, а как вы трэп поставить?
Блин. Не могу трап поставить. Ну давайте LSA посмотрим тогда, ладно. LSA. Okay, 3 times diversity LSA, mass destruction. Yeah. Да ёбаный в рот. Плотно-то как. Угу. Okay, so if we put similar defenses here, that can be costly but still viable and possible, and I'm just showing possibilities of the build right now. And if we put it with in variation of 3 times diversity, we get 178 million DPS. 178. And if we put in combination of standing no diversities, it's 78 million DPS. So pretty same amount, 2 times more damage. It's more than, it's similar to anti-nerf version, but still 2 times more damage. That I show that you will never have an option to upgrade it to anyways to the highest state, because you will have several copies of and you won't have this defense unit like 200 and 280 defense power node can be possible. With LSAs you cannot place it at all, because you have one big copy of your LSA that you can upgrade once, and here you can upgrade big copy of flame aura, you can upgrade big copy of trap, and all that in sum will result in huge DPS outcome. But in version of 3 times anti, you cannot upgrade anything. You don't have enough defense units, and if I upgrade like I did here, or too much upgrades, we should downgrade it a little. So we, and once you start upgrading it, we saw 178 million DPS, and once we started upgrading our above beams and boost nodes, that upgrades everything that's coming that is outside. And here where the real magic comes out, it's already 238 million DPS. That's better than our previous state, like in 3 times, and it's already better than antis, much better than antis, and but still we can upgrade every single copy of our defense inside our anti stack, and that's the main reason that diversities everywhere. Like you can have just one copy of any single defense, and we can count
what our results will be if we let's say upgrade it just once. Yeah, so we have just one upgrade here is 238 38 DPS, and let's make 280 nodes here with our LSA build. Let's count it like, oh sorry, we will have not only we should count all the DPS comes out from this node, and let's count it. So 238 will come out of Lightning Strikes Hour. We have too much DPS here, by the way. I think we need to downgrade something maybe. Okay. We have 238 DPS from LSA. Let's calculate 238 from LSA. Okay, next will be Flame Aura. Flame Aura, Flame Aura, Flame Aura. Stunning Revelations. Tenacity. Так, Embermount Flames. Что-то у нас Defense Rate. Понял. Так. Defense Rate. Stunning Revelations. Okay. Okay, so let's put Mass Destruction inside Flame Aura. We will have 110 million DPS out from Flame Aura. 110 out of Flame Aura. It's tier 1. Then we will have еще. А где у меня еще Mass Destruction? Вот. We will have okay, we will have like same amount out of Fissure, like Flame Aura, like we had in our previous tests. Same amount Fissure, and Trap. We shall see Trap. Oh, this trap is affected. Well, I see. Okay, and the final will be our trap with defense rate. Yeah, defense rate, diverse critical chance, diverse critical damage, mass destruction, destruction, fire for effect. Yeah, this will be our one. I think it's not working. Damn. Yeah, it's not working. Oh no, it's working. Okay. Okay, 155 coming out of the trap. 155 coming off trap, and this means we sum this up, and in sum, at tier 1 we can have all these summarized at tier 1, and it will be 600 DPS. And let's make another option of DPS, any anti-dreams DPS right now with just these defenses, like I show. Okay, so, and if we upgrade all that, we will have like, let's upgrade it, and we can upgrade it, actually, we can upgrade all that, and let's upgrade it in terms of our explosive trap, for example. Lux. Wait a moment. Let's compare. Okay. Some lux. Okay, so in terms of explosive trap, it will come 779 million DPS, 779. Trap 779. That is 5, more than 5. Yeah, 5 more, but it's multiplied by 1.15, 1.51, because it have explosive trap inside it. So real DPS will be as follows. This will be tripled. Okay, let's count flame aura. Let's see if we can have what we can have inside our flame aura. Oh, it's 1-1. One. Okay, so 3 to 6 million DPS flame aura. 3 to 6 million DPS flame aura. Same fissure, same with fissure. And LSA would be just 5 times more DPS than 5. So thumb will be absurd amount of DPS, like 3 billion DPS, that we for sure don't need. We don't even need trap with 1 billion DPS. And just showing that everything is possible with such great build and diversity, full of diversities. And in such case, you will receive a huge ton of DPS ability. And let's count, and it's only 280 defense units. Of course, you can rise it like, I don't know. I just put random things around just to show possibilities of the build. Okay, let's make it another way, a little bit another way. Let's make it like this. So if we start to put something that is doing damage as well with diversities, you can put anything with diversities, like a table with diversities that will still do viable amount of damage anyways. And if you put lots of defenses, for sure diversities rise much worse. And I will just show absurd amount of damage that can diversities make. But I won't do things like this on lanes, and I will show on other part. I will show what exactly will I do on my lanes, and will, like I did show right now with like I did show right now with 280 DU. So it's not as much as so 280 DU. It's absolutely possible defense for, let's say, big maps like onslaught floors like Lost Temple or forest and so on. So you can make absurd amount of DPS just from flame aura like 500, and it will be like every single thing will be like doubled like 6 billion and so on so on. So let's test and see what can we do on the other hand out of anti-build. Okay, anti-build. So we have 280 DUs. Let's see what can we do. I will place boost aura, my good boost aura. That's, by the way, most of anti don't have, because they use boosted grasps aura and so on and so on. But still, I will give a hand to our guys. Okay, so in such case, we can have like 3 times Ember Mount. Something like this, 3 times Ember Mount. Okay, let's put 2 times Ember Mounts at least. 2 times. 2 times Flame Aura. Ну чё такое, ёпта? Anti-phase sector DDoSed. Okay, 2 times Flame Aura. I don't know, like, first of all, we should place Proton, like V Proton, something like 1 node reflect, okay, 2 nodes, I mean, reflect, and we have like 2 traps, okay, somewhere. Let's imagine that we put 2 traps and I don't know, and LSA. Oh, perfect. So 280 defense units with an anti theory, like we can show. And let's upgrade everything. Oh, we can count, first of all, we can count unupgraded version of it. But we should count like, okay, Flame Aura first. Flame Aura, Mass Destruction, 2 times Diversity Flame Aura. 1 second. Okay. Okay, 4.23 Flame Aura, 4.23 Flame Aura. Flame Aura that is multiplied by 2. That multiplied by 2. Okay, Flame Aura, then LSA. Okay, let's see. Okay, same with Ember Mount. Fissure, same. 2 fissures. 2 fissures, LSA. Oh, let's put it like one before, one above. LSA. To LSA. With LSA, we should need something like. Эй, алло, гараж. Так, Stunning Revelations, 3x анти. Окей, LSA с... Допустим, тоже с Mass Destruction. Допустим. Полностью даем, как бы, шанс нашим ребятам. Mass destruction, destruction, LSA. Так, ну, 989. 989. Одна копия. Так, и трэп. Подожди. 2, 2, 1, 2, да, и трэп. Трэп. Так, трэп что у нас? 2, дважды. А, в трэпе есть mass destruction. В трэпе есть mass destruction. Что так лагает-то, капец? Дедосят эти. Сейчас посчитаем. Погодите, сейчас все посчитаем. And the real final is near. Okay. Mass destruction, destruction, defense rate trap, right? Oh no. Ah, it's not how say it. Oh, it's not how say it. So let's upgrade it, right? Yeah, okay, let's upgrade it. Let's upgrade it. Tenacity, defense rate. Так, у нас ошибка немножко была. Это что у нас? Defense rate, mass destruction, destruction. Давайте. 8, 803, 803 умножить на 2 и умножить на 151. Explosive trap. LSA, we should recheck either flame aura or LSA. I don't. Flame aura, I think. Yeah. Yeah. LSA is all right. We should recheck flame aura. We should recheck flame aura with upgraded one. Yeah. We did a mistake with flame aura. Its defense rate. Okay. Oh yeah, flame aura is almost 5 million. 4.86. 4.86. Okay. And that's it. That's it. Okay, we can bring all our guys here, so you can't like say that I did use radiant power of all that, but radiant power is better for antis, but it's still viable for this anti build more. We should recheck briefly. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Так, defense rate, mass destruction, no? Oh, 20 million, okay. 20 million, okay. Same for sure. Okay, we should recheck trap then. Trap with mass destruction, defense rate, yeah. 20 million. Trap. 2.1.5. And LSA, I guess LSA is pretty same. LSA is should have same 20 million, I think. Yeah, defense rate 24 million, 24.4, 24.4. Okay, and now we should make and pre-nerf 2x anti is 2.6, and we multiply LSA with 4 point anti. We multiply flame aura with 2 point anti pre-nerf. I count everything pre-nerf. with this. We count for sure as 2x antis, like I am using 2 diversities, not 3. And we can count 2x antis comes out for the explosive trap. Sorry. 2x antis. So this one is multiplied. Oh, sorry. Oh, no. 1. Okay, it's LSA, 1 LSA. Let's recheck 1 LSA multiplied by 4. Yeah. 1 LSA multiplied by 4. 2 flame auras multiplied by what? 2 flame auras multiplied by 2x anti. Yeah, 2 flame auras. Same with fissures, same. And trap, the main damage dealer is trap and LSA. And trap is doing, by the way, trap is doing pretty similar damage, but here it do more damage because they are doubled. Double trap and point explosive fire for effects are doing 2x anti. Yeah. So we summarize everything. And in sum, it will be like this DPS, and it's already after everything that I could make, and our tier 1 not upgraded situation was already 1.6% better than 280 DU build, and that's it. And on the up top hand, we can upgrade everything here if you want. Okay, let's upgrade. Hey. We had upgraded everything on our previous part, and we did like 1 billion trap. Let's see what we can achieve here in terms of our trap, at least. Trap. Defense rate, mass destruction, yeah. Trap is okay, and let's upgrade it. So fully upgraded build is 1 to 7 million. 1 to 7. That is like 6 times more, and we can we can multiply 6 on upcoming demos, and it will be still less in terms of our trap. Every single okay, let's make another preparation for flame aura so you can ensure. Ensure flame aura dynasty defense rate. Так, defense rate. Да, DCD, destruction. So okay, 46.3. Flame aura 46.3. It's more 3.8, and we can multiply our result on this 3, and it will still be lower than our flame aura previous. So every single node is less than our by some kind of, resulting in 60% damage less than 280 defense units. And more defense units we put, for sure we will have more results, but they can show you that already any kind of comparisons are not in favor of anti-stacks, and besides, you won't have enough upgrades. You won't have the main 3 points of all my Uber DPS guide. First of all, with Uber DPS guide, you will need to swap to 9 ways to increase your damage. So you need mass destruction, you need destructive pylon, you need perfect house 8 with mass destruction boost aura from someone, you need mass destruction buff beam with house 8, and so on and so on. You need perfect diversities. You need perfect diversities. You need gilded shards everywhere on boost tower above beam. You need ancient power cap. You need 99 talents and 99 into if you have vampiric somewhere. You need house 8 out of 8 relics, and so on and so on. That in sum is very hard to achieve, and on other hand, you can see a graph here that in sum of all diversities rises to an unreachable amount of DPS, like I show here, like 3 billion DPS. You can make 3 billion DPS by upgrading only 4 types of defenses. Let's say Flame Aura, Fissure, Trap. You will have 3 billion DPS with 280 defense units. But it's only possibilities of that build, and the main purpose is that with this amount of DPS you will have to build like small nodes of you can make like 200 defense unit DPS, you can make like 220 defense unit DPS, you can save somewhere, but overall diversity works like you can have only one copy of your let's say Fissure of Ember Mount relic. You can upgrade just once, just all your crystals can be spent to upgrade just one copy of greatly buffed Flame Aura or LSA or Trap that will get benefits from each other, and they will all work together. Like all these LSA, Flame Aura, Fissure, Trap with mass destructions will work together with diversities, with boost aura, with mass destruction, with buff beam, with mass destruction. They will all work together, and they will all do damage in sum. Like in tier 1 it will be already at 280 defense units. You will already have, listen carefully, you will already have like 600 million DPS, and we have only 2 billion mobs. Like that will result like in die any single mob like in 3 seconds. So it's even more than enough, and I will, the other part of my Uber DPS stream will show you lower defense units, like 200 defense units, and if I build lower defense units, I will for sure have lower amount of damage, but anyways, I did place same style anti stacks. That anti is not is placing several if you are gonna place if you are gonna use anti stacks, you are using several copies of each given defense, otherwise you won't need this defense. And even if you do the same build like I do, you will still have pre-nerf and nerf static multipliers that are lower or sometimes equal to my multipliers shown here. Like every single multiplier is pretty similar or more, sometimes less, but pretty equal to in terms of DPS to nerf or anti-nerf, 2x anti, 3x anti. Sometimes it's more, like with the case of Flame Aura, sometimes it's less, like with case of 3x anti, let's say. It doesn't matter, because you won't have enough defense units to upgrade all your copies of Flame Auras. That's first. You will probably have only two upgrades, so this amount of DPS will be unreachable for anti stacks. And in other hand, with a full diverse build, you will need to upgrade just one LSA just one trap, just one Embermar Fissure, and just Flame Aura, and that's it. You will always will be able to build something like this with 3 billion DPS outcome. So it's just up to you where you can save. It's not mandatory build for 280 defense units, but I did show that in any case you will still have either similar DPS or more, or 60%, at least 60% more, because it will be much more with any anti. I did by the way count pro nerf. Everything was per nerf multipliers that will become like 2 times more DPS that I have already with diversities. And if you will place just one copy of everything, you won't have any reason to not to have diversities, because diversities are making huge big defense out of one single given defense. And if we count, and secondly, if we should count carefully 3x anti, they are not working all the way long. 3x working on like 2% of mobs. If we put anti melee, like I said before, anti melee, if we put anti house, I don't know, and anti orc, let's count how many mobs will affect all the three. All the three will be only lady orc and cyborg. That's it. 2 mobs out of I don't know, 200 mobs will be affected by 3x anti. So if you wanna count carefully, you should count an integral, so weighted summarize it the weights of all antis, and this will result not even in 4, not even 3 multiplier, but like in 1.5 and a half point multiplier. I think not more, not even more than this. So overall, the 3 main points are that with antis you build lots of copies of one single defense, making you impossible to use Embermar essential defense like Embermar Flames, because if you place Embermar Flames with 300 million DPS, it will burn. Imagine, it will burn everything that comes inside. Will be even if they come through your 3 billion. I don't understand how they can come through even 600 million DPS node. But okay, if they come through, they will be burning for 300 million DPS per second. And that's why these guys from anti-sector are burning so hard, because they cannot place in any way. They cannot place even 2 Embermar Flames in anti-sector, because they are not stacking. You have to place like you have different philosophies. In anti, you place lots of copies, and you don't use heavy buff beams and so on. But in diversity build, you place every single one unique defense and place them carefully, and watch carefully our Wikipedia for like these things. Like we have tons of ethereal or non-ethereal defenses that can do damage, like trap, LSA, and cost very little amount of defense units, like Flame Aura, Proton, I don't know, Hornet, Trap, LSA, and Embermar Fissure can give with diversities. All of them as one will do summarized DPS, and we should sum every single node of that DPS, and this will result in ridiculous numbers that you cannot achieve. Secondly, this philosophy, you cannot count your DPS in anti-stacks, because you won't have enough defense units to upgrade all your defenses. But on other hand, in diversities, you have all your defense units to upgrade 3 or 4 nodes that will do the job for you, or even 5 if you are playing big maps. And the last thing is that even if you place, in my philosophy, even if you place replace your defenses with diversity, you just replace all this, you just replace diversities. Out of all this work done for diversity build, you just replace one paragraph and replace 3 times diversity with 3 times anti, but place one unique defense and so on, like I showed previously. You will still lose damage because damage multipliers are pretty same as 3x anti, but you will, if you count carefully your integral of your 3x anti, 2x anti, and you stop lying to yourself, you will occasionally see that they are equal theoretically, but much less, because on much units your 3x anti won't work. And but diversity works everywhere and every day. Against ranged, against bosses, against flyer lanes, doesn't matter. The diversity works everywhere. That's why diversity benefits a lot from AP resets, from heavy diverse power, and so on. And as my final finalization, I would like to show you my flame aura with 2 billion DPS. And if you can see, if we replace it just because of critical damage, you cannot replace any amount of antis, because it have 100% making 7 times more damage. So not 4 times more damage like 3x anti gives only 4 times, but it gives 100 critical damage. It's added damage like 600 % of damage plus 100 initially will result that we will do 100%. Every single attack will do attack damage point multiplied by 700% because of critical damage. So this means that it's simple math that you cannot replace any single defense with anti if you have enough defense units. Not like it was made by like 400 maybe defense units, but just to show that big amount of critical damage is a proof itself. It's with it you cannot make with diversities you can make fun builds. You can make every single node defense like flame aura, fissure trap, making huge abnormal amount of damage like I show here, like 3 billions that you don't even know, don't even need. And if you look carefully about at your critical damage, almost all my let's see, by the way, okay, let's see my channel, and let's see my last flame aura, that it's doing was doing like 500,000 DPS, and see its critical damage. So its critical damage is already 500. Understand? That if you replace by any antis, like 3x antis, you will still, in any case, you will still do less damage. So that's critical damage is a proof of that any math of any kind of anti-sector is wrong, because we already have 5. Every single hit will be 5.5 more damage, not even 4, multiplied by 4. And of course, we won't build lanes like 330 defense units, but I just wanted to show you what exactly fine-tune is. Because we had another UBER DPS preview where I did same lower DPS flame aura with more defense units spent. So I did fine-tune a little with defense health, with defense powers, a little persons here, a little persons there, and you can make. And I did with more defense units. Very much more, like 70 defense units. You can place like 2 traps, 2 traps and flame aura. It's huge amount, abnormal amount of damage that I can miss. And I did still less amount of flame aura DPS. That's what I call fine tune. And if you start fine tuning, you can step all the way long or according to this row, and make like 3 billion DPS at your outcome. Okay, so for now I would like to show you my solo builds as well. I hope everything is clear until that moment. If you will have some questions, I would like you to join our Discord and see explanations. I'm a little bit, English is not my common language, and I would like you to join our Discord. So sometimes I did show squishy moments, like we had multipliers that are similar or lower than nerf and pre-nerf antis, but I think that I showed, I hope that I showed in this stream that overall you will have much more power out from diversity build, and much more possibilities made out diversity build. Like, I don't know, you can have like wait a second. Sometimes you can have like I don't know, orc blockade making 1 billion damage, or you can have 2 billion flame aura, or you can have 3 billion defense, and so on and so on. So with diversities everything is possible, but if you open your mind and start listening, yeah. And but with antis you make less efforts out of right instrument. Like you can place lots of defenses and main mule damage dealers like trap, fissure, at least these 4 at least. But it can be hornets, it can be proton, even proton beam, it can be even reflect beam can still do some damage, and so on and so on. You can have like billions of DPS with this diversity and calculations. Okay, so on the other hand, let's show what will I build on my main defenses realistically, and we end up here. Okay, so we need to put everything to the back seats. Так. Mass destruction. I do propose if you play solo to use flame aura mass destruction and fissure of Embermouth mass destruction, but sometimes you can use trap mass destruction, like with this combination, mass destruction instead of defense rate, because it's AoE and the trap is ridiculous defense, by the way. But for me right now I will use Embermouth fissures with mass destruction because it burns enemies that still can come through your defenses, and that what? Oh, Чего? That still can come through your defenses, and I'm playing S4, and when you play S4, you should just, before writing anything, you all should just play S4 and try it. That's why all who was in the leaderboard are dropping and playing S3 maximum, because enemies comes literally headstrong and you cannot kill them. But I will make my rise in such way that I will try my best to play as far as I can playing S4. That will be my challenge, to play as far as I can when I'm playing S4. Okay, so let's go. We can have on one single defense we will use like every time I will use buff beam and boost aura, just because I have good unique multipliers on them, and they cost only 40 defense units, but I can have like fissure for sure, yeah. Fissure, flame aura, V proton, or let's say sometimes we can have not V but just okay, let's put it V proton, but sometimes you can lower it by 10 and place in depends on lane you can place just 30 points proton and oil. That will be realistically my main node, and that I will play a lot. Sometimes I will place LSA, sometimes not, but let's play LSA and just see what can we handle out of this. We have mass destruction, and we will have like 40 million DPS flame aura on first level and 40 million DPS, and for sure it's absolutely realistical build, and for sure I will have I will put LSA with my mass destruction inside of any of my accounts, but even this LSA is still viable and good, with good DPS, with good shape. And if we upgrade it to level 5, we will have 120 million DPS of Ember Mount and 127 million Flame Aura. That means that it's already fairly enough for any lane, realistically, to just burn 100 million DPS that even comes through this melting pot and still runs to your crystal. That means that any single mob will be burned down in 9 seconds. Just 9 seconds, and any single mob with 1 billion, like he will lose 1 billion, at least 1 billion here, and even if he is headstrong, and in 9 seconds he is down by Embermount Flames. That's why realistically I do such builds. But if we want to continue, like sometimes we can upgrade boost aura that will boost every single defense on our side and by beam, let's say, and а что такое? Что-то лагает, капец. And with this we can have even more DPS on our issue, 1 almost 200 million DPS on our Flame Aura, and for example for example I will absolutely use why not, I will absolutely, most of people think that these guys like initiate or lavamancer are useless, but I'm planning to play S4, and on some of my lavamancers or initiate, most likely lavamancers, I will play like tank lavamancer, heavily buffed with ice drench and full tenacity, that will stay inside one node, like buffing it, and sometimes it will for sure make eruptions. Why not? If and by cooldown with my build, and sometimes if I will play, let's say, on my monk initiate, sometimes I can put talisman. It's game, it's in the game. Why not? I put talisman, and my fissure is doing more than half a billion DPS, 600 million DPS. That imagine that will burn any enemy in 3 seconds. Even it doesn't matter either we come through defense it or not. This realistic defense, I repeat again, like 240. Okay, let's make it less, but no problem. I will put instead of LSA, I will put, let's say, trap. I will put trap, and instead of double proton, I will put single proton. No problem at all. And this is 200 defense units. 200 defense units where I can make like already enough DPS comes out for fissure of Ember Mount, but still I can sometimes place my talisman, and it will burn half a billion fissure of Embermound will, by the way, do double damage to frost lanes, mean 1 billion DPS, just from one fissure. I'm not even talking that my trap will do some damage as well, and it's not mass destruction copy of it, but even without mass destruction, this copy of my explosive trap will still burn everything that comes through, like melting pot, 2.5 million DPS. Imagine, it's only 200 defense units. So where are you, anti-sector? What can you tell me right now? So I will have, like, I will burn every single 2 billion mobs down, like I will jump, place talisman, and everything is killed right on their way, and half billion. It means it will kill any frost lane for 2 seconds, and anything and any other, not like in anti you should make only lady orc and cyborgs, like 1% of all mobs. Any single mob will die in 4 seconds, every single mob, and it's just 200 defense units. That's how you can play the game, and I advise you all to play the game called Dungeon Defenders. And as our final, let's make. No, I will. If you want, I will continue this guide series. But for now, it's end of it. And feel free to join our diversity philosophy and leave your youth behind. And thank you. I will make series of guides on Russian, on English out of this, and I will summarize my point that 3x anti is good for start of your game, but upon rising your levels, you will need huge ton work to do, just uber huge amount of work to do, and to be able to come through 9 waves of making, I'd say even 10 ways of making all that done. And only after this you can join our full diversity build that can make 3 billion DPS that you don't need. I just showed you with 200 defense units you can make half a billion Embermound for sure. With Embermound Flays it's enough solo to kill everything solo. So goodbye, and feel free to join our philosophy and join our Discord if you have any questions. Goodbye.